Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this video is about this layered art. This is part 5. This video is mainly going to be about how to create this, what I'm going to call a glue jig, because when you're gluing 6 layers of wood together, it's kind of hard to get them precise, and this will help you tremendously. So if you're using my file, you really can't use my glue jig because my dowels are going to be a little bit different than yours, but this is real easy to draw. So if you're using my cut file, which are these here, this is one of the pieces to make up the 6 layers. I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. But this is how I would first get your dowel and measure it with some calipers, hold down the control button, and get a perfect circle with your ratio lock. Mine this morning was 0.414 inches dowel, just a little thin dowel. What the indexing dowel does, and you'll see a reason for them here in a second, it helps you index the wood on top of each other and on your board. So you've got your circle or your dowel hole or your indexing hole, and what I would do is take a rectangle, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Matter of fact, it'd be a little bit better if it wasn't perfect, because of the fact that you'll know which way's the left and the right, so this side is bigger. Let's zoom in here a little bit. Let's take our Smart Fill tool and fill in that joint. Now let's see what our nudge distance is. It's set on 10 inches. Let's set it on just 2 inches. Let's nudge that out of the way. Let's take our rectangle now and delete it. Let's take this item and left click, right click, and then nudge it back to where it was. Now bring in your indexing dowel and place 2 of them at least. So put it anywhere in there. Doesn't really matter. Control D and make a duplicate and put it about there. And what that's going to do is going to help you index. And normally I would want these holes symmetrical, but because you know that this side is the one side, they should stack up. Then take your little jig and Control G and make a duplicate. And when we're working in the center of the page, I'm going to bring down indexing lines. I'm just hitting P. I'm going to take our new jig and I'm going to hit Control D and make a duplicate. Now I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to double click and I'm going to move the rotation in the center. It doesn't look like it's in the center, so click on it again and it is in the center. We're going to rotate it 45 degrees and hit enter. We're going to Control D and make another duplicate. This time we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. And then just Control D around. You're not going to need all these. 4 would maybe be better than 3. So let's delete every other one. I could have, ran them around a different way. But if I was going to do it again, I'd probably have 4. And this is what's so cool about Corel Draw and how you can make this work. Then I would take a rectangle and draw it around your box. I'm going to hit P. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if it's in the center of the page. Now we have our jig, but we need to move. Well, one thing, if you cut this out, this is your bottom layer, and you could save your little wood. But what we want to do is we want to take everything and ungroup it. Control U, or I like still going to arrange, go to group and ungroup all object. That way these dowels are separate. Now off the screen, grab all that, Control D and make a duplicate and move it over. And then delete your outline. Going off the screen, Control D, move it out of the way, remove your outline. What this is doing is putting those dowel holes in your bottom board. Control D, move it out of the way, remove your rectangle. Control D, move it out of the way, remove your rectangle. Now you can move these completely out of the way. I would group one together, Control G. You only need one copy, so we can just delete these. And I would group this together, Control G. Whoop, I missed two. Let's ungroup. Let's grab these two and delete them. Then grab everything and Control G. Then when you cut this out, this is going to be this one layer that you do not need the other layer. So I would cut these out first, move this into a new piece of plywood. And if you've got 6 layers, one of them is this layer. So you only need 15 of these. And disable little plywood, rotate them. You've got everything locked, so your holes are going to line up. Doesn't have to be perfectly square. Move it up. Control D and make a duplicate. Move it down. Control D, Control D, Control D. Now, if you ever get in that situation, you can always select them and hit L and bring them in line. Control D. Start moving and then hold down the control button. Control D. There's your 15 parts. So this will be one layer, and then these are each one of your other layers. So this is what it's going to look like when you're done. The wood is going to be stacked up. The dowels keep it perfect. I mean, it really worked out well. So on this one, I just used 3. I would suggest 4. I don't think it's really going to help you to use more than 4. It's a little bit tight fit, but it could actually be a little bit tighter, but I'm not going to go there. So if you're going to cut out this file, you can use this part, but don't use these because you need to find out what size dowel you're going to use. And what I do is get a, let me just show you how I would do that. Let's move this out of the way. You want to test your dowel hole. You want it really tight. So let's go 0.14. 0.14. And see how little it is. These are little dowels. Then I'm going to put it to the top of my laser bed, and I'm not wasting wood because your design can't get in there. Then I'm going to go Control D, and I'm going to make it 1.39. Control D, and what that did, it made the next one 1.38. I would test these 3 cuts, find out which one's the snuggest. You don't want it too snug, but you want it really tight. Then once you've got the one you want, just pick it out and delete these other 2 and use those for your jig. Anyway, like I stated in the other video, I'm going to share the file on my Corel file share page and on Epilog's fan page. Epilog Laser fan page. You can find them in either places. And I'm going to make another video after it's painted. And then I'm going to make a better video on how to create this because I've learned some few shortcuts. Because you actually want to work from the top down. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.